I, 24 male, thought I had permission from 23 female to touch her. I feel horrible and disgusted. I've been seeing this girl for about 3 weeks now, and we've been on 4 dates. Yesterday, we spent the day together, and it more like doing errands, which I didn't mind. It felt more like doing errands, which I didn't mind. Anyway, she wanted to have a gummy, and I've never taken a gummy before, a weed gummy, and I was like to myself, fuck it, I'll try it since I'm feeling so comfortable. Added context, we really like each other, but we're going slow. We haven't had sex yet or really touched each other besides holding hands and kissing and me touching her ass. I'm assuming through clothes, I guess. We start watching a movie and we're cuddling and the gummies have kicked in. I've had one, she's had two. I put my hand on her outer thigh and ask, is this okay? She responds, yes. I'm slowly moving around in that area because I'm just always moving a body part, like bouncing my knee or rubbing my thumb with hers whenever we're holding hands, etc. So I'm going in these slow circular moving motions for about 5 minutes and then move to her inner thigh area, near her private area. I ask again, is this okay? And she responds, yes. After another 5 minutes goes by and I'm getting the vibe that she doesn't like it. Based on her general body, like her legs were kind of combined and her left foot was starting to block her private area. When I got the vibe, I pulled away immediately and apologized. She really couldn't speak since she told me the gummies usually make her zone out and she didn't want to say anything incorrectly, which I respected. I then asked if she wanted me to leave, which she did, but she was nervous of me driving since I'd never had a gummy before. So we watched the last 20 minutes of the movie and asked if she wanted to talk about it, and she gave me the same answer, so I left. So now it's the morning of, and I feel utterly horrible and embarrassed. I feel like I screw it up. I texted her home when I got home, and she loved the message using the iMessage React thing. I don't know if that's worth putting in this post, but then I sent her this text. I deeply apologize for what happened last night. I'm embarrassed truly and did not mean to make you uncomfortable. I promise you this will never happen again. If you need some time and space, I understand. I am sorry. Her name. She responded to my text and said, I'm going to take some time and space to think because I do feel like my boundaries were ignored. I personally don't see how they were ignored, but I respect her decision and plan on giving her some space. Hey everyone, I was not expecting this to blow up and be the top post of the day. I'm so thankful for all of you for commenting and saying your opinions. It has definitely helped me. If anything, major changes, I shall make a completely new post like I've seen here. Please feel free to keep commenting because I've read them all. Again, thank you so much. Oh man, if my brain is vibing hard on this. If this is real. My brain is vibing hard. Let me use the restroom real quick. I've got a big vibe. Ready? Oh boy. And then we'll read the responses. Hold on one sec. If this is real, I bet this guy is a creepy, annoying fuck. A creepy, annoying simp fuck. That's my guess. I just get the vibe. I get the vibe from this dude that he's a creepy, annoying fuck. Something about this message is making me feel like he's just an annoying, creepy, clingy simp fuck. What do you mean when you say creepy? That he's just like a simpy, disgusting, like pushes boundaries, tries to like do whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's my guess. That's my guess. I just get that vibe. I get that vibe. How do you get that vibe when she's saying yes with his hand on her thigh? I just have it. I just got the vibe. I'm getting the ick. I'm getting the ick vibe. I feel it. I feel it so strongly. If it's real and everything that he's typing, I just have it. It's radiating ick vibes to me. Just radiating icky vibes to me. What should he have done to not be creepy? Give us Destiny Riz tips. I'm vibing hard here. I'm not going by a lot. But this message is, it screams red flags to me. If you didn't do anything at all, why the f are you even sending this message? I feel like he knows he f***ed up or something. I feel like something is happening here. How would you say it, Destiny? How would I say it? If I really felt like somebody's being uncomfortable, I'd probably just leave like a, hey, hope everything's fine. Like, let me know if you want to chat about anything last night. Something like that. This gives me like lefty vibes. Or like male feminist trying to f a girl because of how it just is so much. This is so much of a message. I don't know why. It's just like this message is so much of a red flag to me. Don't ask if they're okay with you putting your hand on their thigh. Ask, do you have a hard time communicating boundaries? If they say yes, just leave. You can always ask. Just don't be lame about it. You're probably fine. You're always going to be fine for that. No girl in the history of mankind has ever been turned off by a guy like doing a verbal check. The message is creepy because he's discreetly making himself look like a victim. It screams of feel sorry for me. Maybe, yeah. Oh, is that it? Yeah, that is it. Nice. Who said that? Are you a guy or a girl? Koopy sandwich. One thing that I point out to people, because some people get like really, I guess you could call it the ick or whatever, but some people get really bad feelings from texts. And one thing that a lot of people don't realize when they're reading people's messages is how much sometimes people do a bid for reassurance disguised as another message. So like somebody might say something like, we'll make it like money related, right? Somebody might be like, God, I'm having so many troubles recently. And you're like, oh, well, what's going on? And instead of being like, oh, like I got fired from my job, so it's like financial shit is stressing me the fuck out. Instead, it's like, I can't afford anything for food tonight. And it just sucks because I realize I have to starve probably. And I'm in excruciating pain. When somebody sends a message like that, they're not communicating to you anything about their situation. They're not trying to. They kind of are, but they're not really. The goal of that message is it's a bait or it's a bid to goad you into offering help, right? Or it might be a guy texting a girl being like, God, or yeah, tonight sucks. Like, oh, well, what's wrong? It's like, it's just another night where I'm alone because no girl is ever going to want to hang out with me ever, no matter what I do. I guess all girls hate me talking to a girl, right? It's obviously it's a bid for reassurance. Like, tell me you like me. Tell me I'm okay. Maybe hang out with me, right? Those types of messages, they're so gross and manipulative and disgusting. My personal advice, but also I'm way too harsh, and I have a lot of options, so maybe I can be more selective. Whenever, even with girls, if girls or even if guys, when people show me messages like this, I always say, stop talking to this person. Don't talk to me anymore. You're done. Cut them off and you're done. Move on. It's not worth it. Don't ever talk to people that act like this. These are the worst. These are level ones as the archmage, the city wizard, the wisest of the wise. Okay, Brittany Simon would say. These are level ones. Don't ever waste your time with these people. People that do big bids for reassurance in messages are always selfish, energy draining, energy vampiric losers. Don't ever waste your time with these people. Have you ever tried, even as an experiment, to interrogate why they do that? Well, don't ever admit it. They're just gonna say, oh, I was just like communicating how I felt about something. Usually when creepy, simpy loser f***s like this do this type of communication, they're doing it, they always do it in a way where they have like plausible deniability. So they always say, wait, I wasn't even asking you for anything. I was just like complaining about my life. Like, what the f*** is wrong with you? Creepy, weird, simpy men are so good at the plausible deniability thing. It's like Death Note with these dudes. What would you say to people who realize that they are those people who are draining and selfish? If you are a draining and selfish person, it's a waste of time to give advice to you because you're always going to be selfish and lazy and never do anything to improve your situation. So, but I mean, if you're generally looking for a way out, or you feel like you're that kind of person, people love to see people who are helping themselves. Like even without knowing anything, intuitively, it feels good, right? If somebody says, like, I'm trying to think of a situation. If somebody is standing outside and there's like 15 boxes that they need to move, and they're just like sitting there, and a guy wanders by and is like, can you help me move this? And it's like, okay, maybe. You feel less inclined than if you see the guy already moving the boxes. When people are taking steps to do things for themselves or improve their situations or help themselves, people are going to be way more motivated to jump in and do something. But if you sit there like a pity party, like some anime tsundere, hoping that, you know, some Dami mommy shows up and she's going to save you, she's going to be your manic pixie dream girl who's going to show you everything you need in life and do everything. Like nobody ever, it's a cute plot for movies because it's a power fantasy for losers. But the reality is in the real world, nobody wants to be that person. Nope. What a horrible, the worst thing you could ever be in real life is a manic pixie dream girl for some loser guy who needs you to like open his mind and world to things. Because nobody wants to, it's just energy draining. You don't want to be the parent to some fucking person. And it can happen with girls. So I'm going down on men right now. I'm going harsh on men right now, but like it can be the same thing with women too. Like they can do this as well. But yeah, that super ultra self-pity shit where you're just like trying to farm sympathy from the other person and get them to do things by doing the self-pity party victimization message is such an unattractive, like a huge personality turnoff. Nobody's going to want to hang out with you. It's like draining as it's just not fun, not good. Is this all socially awkward and anxious people or a specific subgroup? Isn't it possible this guy is super inexperienced and is second guessing everything he does, trying to not f up? It's possible. I mean, that's always possible. I can't know for sure. Maybe it was like a genuine mistake. But also, if you've been moving slowly with a person and you guys have both said you're moving slowly and that's happening, why the f do you make your first big moves while you're both under the influence of another drug? How fucking stupid. This is not always true destiny. A lot of guys want to save the damsel in distress. No. No? What? That's not a real thing. In your mind, you're thinking damsel in distress, but the portrayal on screen is a perfect body with a woman who has everything you could ever want, who just needs you to unlock her and bring her to you. That's not like doing legitimate work to help somebody better themselves as a person, or involving yourself in their life to help them move through conflict or struggle, or to improve their situation. That's just like, I need to go do something to enable you to be my boy. That's the damsel in distress thing is not like I'm putting myself dramatically out of my way to actually help you, right? That's not what the movie fantasy is about. That's not what damsel in distress is.